I said fuck Xbox, fuck all these Xbox, fuck every Xbox dead channel. Won't give a damn. It's PlayStation for life. You don't get it? Let's get it. Let's do this. Let's do this, my ponies. Let's go to war. What? Say what? Yeah. I say I double tip on The Last of Us. Woo. Yeah, I double tip on the director's cut. Woo. Double tip on every damn release. Damn right. Yeah, Jim Ryan is my motherfucking boss. The boss. Yo, and we don't care about no layoffs. Yeah, all the shine are gonna keep it on the low. Shh. We'll be sucking on every damn toe. Yum. Because Sony PlayStation gets the love. Yeah, so all hell Sony, we be your ponies. You can take my wife, you can take my money. I'm obsessed with the God of War. Yeah, all my ponies ready to go to war. Blue PlayStation high, all over my head. Pentimeter PS5, 120 FPS. Blue team is the set, throw it up. I never had sex, I only care about sales. I said what I said. Woo! Only PlayStation gets my love. Only Sony gets my love. The love, pony love. Only PlayStation gets my love. Only Sony gets my love. The love, pony love. Only PlayStation gets my love. Only Sony gets my love. Thug love, pony love. Yeah. I see you Xbox. I see you playing on Game Pass for free. Nah, man, we don't do that over here. We pay $70 a game. Yeah, you Xbox be broke. You so stupid, so goofy. Fuck you, Demo Flow. Fuck you. Like and subscribe. Yeah, if you wanna see me more on Demo Flow Gaming channel. Fuck this dude, I'ma pop in the shot every time. Yeah, but I'm here to show my pony love. And you with it? Say what? Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another edition of the Demo Flow Gaming Show, where I share my passion for gaming and keep you informed of everything that's going on with gaming, yo. So whatever you play, Xbox, Nintendo, PlayStation, Steam, I don't give a damn, man. If you're talking about games, we are here, and you know we're letting it drop, right? Today another show, 11:09, right? We're a little late, but shout out to everybody who came through and all of those who were early. Shout out to chat. But man, we got Fado Bazar in the house. What's going on? Happy to have you here. I've been following him for a long time already, and you know I tune into his shows here and there because you know I don't really have time to be in every show, but yeah, he has a good show going on for him, and he's a great presence here in the Xbox community and gaming in general. So shout out to him and thank you for coming, homie. How you doing?
Oh man, thanks for having me. Great Friday morning.
Man, happy as hell. I'm off. So yeah, man, super happy, and yeah, man, like I'm being, you know, having a great time gaming. I don't know about you, but like all this doom and gloom shit is just like, man, I don't know. It's just like every time, and I want to start the show like this, right? Every time there's some one of these quarter whatever finances come out,
yeah,
and every time everybody like, you know, just go ahead and go and try to do math and shit for these companies, and I'm like, bro, like, where is the benefit, you know, to us? And I was just like, before the show, I was like, dude, what am I going to talk about today during the show? Because it seems like what everybody's focusing on is like in math, like, you know, revenues down, revenues up, like the red lines and shit. And I'm here playing games and having a blast. And honestly, this shit doesn't affect me, like from either side, whether Nintendo or PlayStation or whatever, they're losing money. Just know this: these motherfuckers are richer than you ever be. Anybody here watching, including, like, we don't need to freak out when they have a bad fucking quarter. Either side. I'm talking about you know, Sony, Nintendo, Steam, that is actually facing like a big, you know, now like a
what is it, like a lawsuit and everything. But it feels like every time that we're talking about gaming, everybody goes ahead and switch and move the goalpost towards, yeah, my company makes more money than you, than your company, and therefore I'm better, and yada yada, all this bullshit. And I'm out here looking at the games that I'm playing, and that's all I really give a damn about, man. Honestly. And it's
Yeah.
like all this money talk that is not even ours. It's like me, going through your taxes, Fado, and and be like, yo, Fado, you slacking, bro. You didn't make that much this year. Fado's broke, about to go homeless. He didn't make 100K this year. He made 98. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
it just feels like this is absurd, and it feels like I honestly don't even fucking want to talk about this shit. And it's not because Xbox quarter is bad, because if you pay attention, right, Microsoft actually made more money as a whole,
Yeah.
and it's just like, I don't give a damn. They all rich as hell, and we're not. We are here trying to save money and play more games. That's my motto, and that's how I'm gonna start the game. The game. Look at that. I'm in love with gaming, so I want to start the game, not a podcast. So yeah, Power Boss in the house as well. He had mic issues, but he's back. How's it going, Poppy? Can you talk now?
Yeah, can you hear me now?
There you go. Did that fix it? Restarting?
Yeah,
Yeah.
my program was wanting to use my microphone in some other application, and it didn't want to disconnect.
Yeah, it's like one of the things, like when it comes to audio, like if you have multiple things hooked in, like a mic and a headset and all of that, like it confuses the hell out of sometimes they don't even know what to pick, for your audio. So, it happens, man, but glad to have you around, man. Shout out to chat. I see you, man. Let's rock with the chat for a little bit before we begin. But yeah, we're definitely talking about the death of Xbox for the, I don't know, like the 100th time. But we'll get to it, and we talk about how Xbox is dead as fuck. My thing in the house, man. Dimelo Ori, what's going on, Bobby? Shout out to all my brothers from, the Caribbean, South America, everywhere that you're watching, honestly, man. Shout out to all of my people, and and everybody that's watching from whatever you're watching, because let me tell you, I got people who watch me from Korea and Japan, and this is not even like a big channel, so that's very humbling, knowing that there's people around the world that will come and hang out with me. I'm just a nobody, somebody who likes to play games and talk shit. That's it. So I'm super, super humble, and I feel really, really, really good about it, man. Shout out to Lycos45 in the house as well. What's going on, Bobby? Good to have you around. Miguel Diaz in the building as well, saying ready to watch for the millionth time. Xbox is dead. That's right. What's good, Fado? Says Lycos. Shout out to you, Fado. Thank you for coming once again. And by the way, Fado, before we begin the show, drop your links in there. Go ahead and give it a follow. And Power Boss as well. Sure. Go ahead, drop your links from the beginning. We're gonna drop them later, but drop them for now, just in case people get to watch it on the way in. That way we don't miss that. Go ahead and follow these amazing content creators. Power Boss, by the way, is back streaming, so I'm super happy to see him doing his own thing, because I feel like he has a personality to go ahead and do something with himself. Fado Basaros are already killing in his channel, so go ahead and check out these amazing content creators. We got I can't pronounce your name, dude. It's I would say Lestari. But shout out to you. Thank you for coming through. He said nobody cares about Sony games anymore. Well, people will care if they had games, right? Like somebody yesterday on Twitter. This is the funniest thing. They were like, oh, where is, like, they were asking me, like, where is what was this game that got Everwild, and where was Perfect Dark, and when are these games coming? And I was like, oh, these games are coming when Factions and Spider-Man multiplayer release, and he had really nothing else to say after that. I was like, no, like, it's like people love to pick sides, and they'll be like, oh, Xbox cancel games. Oh, PlayStation cancel games. Nintendo cancel games. The EA cancel games. Ubisoft, like everybody cancels projects because that's part of the creative process. Right? Like you come out with an idea, you work on it, you see whether it's gonna work or not. You feel like you're wasting resources on an idea that's maybe not up to date with the standards and what people are asking for, and that's what you get cancellation. We got Perfect Dark is one of the cancellations that I'm honestly, I was super excited for the game, but it's one of the games that I felt like, yeah, he totally deserved being canceled. They have spent about 10 years, with the game, and then like you get nothing, and it's just like, why in the fuck are you guys even doing? You know what I'm saying? And it's like it was gonna be a mess anyway. So the franchise was gonna get cooked. So I'd rather them to be like, you know what? Let's go back to the drawing board. Maybe from here to 10 years they come out with another version, and maybe another installment of the franchise. Who knows? But as it is right now, it's on ice. Like it's not gonna happen. But anyways, it's not like those are the only wins, the only games that we have to play on Xbox, right? Like if Xbox cancel like 2-3 games, it's fine. They already have a bunch of more games in the pipeline, even though they're dead as fuck, right? Like I don't know whether they made it from from Haven on Hell, and they still cooking these games and they're still coming out. So I don't really get it, man. And it's like, okay, it's not like to defend Xbox, because obviously I feel like they had made some bad decisions, like increasing the price of the consoles, right? If I'm being honest, increasing the price of the consoles at the end of the life cycle of the generation is such a bad move, bro. And he totally killed the hype for the Xbox console. But, at the same time, if you think about it, Xbox wasn't the only one who increased the prices on their consoles, or their hardware. But some way, somehow, they're the ones that are being scrutinized left to right? And it's just because they feel like Xbox got no exclusives, and as a result, the value of the console goes down. When in reality, the Xbox console play games the same as a PlayStation, if not even better than the PlayStation Pro in some instances. So it's kind of like crazy to think that people believe that the Xbox is dead. And shout out to Doc Dark, because he had a video that did very well about Xbox is dead. Shout out to him. I wish I could get him here in the show sometime to talk about this shit. But he was saying, like, everybody's saying the Xbox is dead. They're not talking about Xbox as a whole or as a brand in general. They're just talking about the console side of Xbox. And honestly, that's kind of fair, because it's not as popular. But to be successful, right, you don't have to sell 100 million consoles like PlayStation, because they are successful, but what are you getting out of it as the gamer? Like, the fact that they sold 100 million consoles doesn't mean that you're getting anything. You're not getting any money. Matter of fact, they're getting more greedy. They've removed the PlayStation Stars thing, whatever. They are like, charging you way more than they're supposed to in the PlayStation Store. And we still got people with the nerve of telling you that PlayStation Store got the best deals, when we know they right that Xbox and GOG and Epic and there's a bunch of freaking stores that have good deals when you compare it to PlayStation. But you know how it is, right? They gotta sniff that booty and and protect PlayStation from scrutiny. And you know what? Like, I can criticize Xbox, as a fan, and also as a fan of PlayStation as well. I can criticize them, and that's fair. Like, guys, don't be afraid to say this is shit or this is ass or we don't agree with this, right? But at the same time, like, keep it fair. Like, if you said one thing from that side and the other side did it, like, you gotta, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, come through as well, like, and let everybody know, like, oh shit, this is messed up too. But the way I see it is like, when Xbox do it, it's bad. When PlayStation do it, it's okay. We can take it. You know why? Because they sold 100 million consoles. And that justification for me is just like insane. And I just know, I feel like there is this need to defend PlayStation and step or stomp on Xbox. And the same thing is happening with certain games. And we're going to get to it, because there's people out there asking to come out here and defend games that, but were these people when all the games needed to be defended and they were good and, nobody gave a shit about them. That's what I'm trying to say here. It's just like, I don't know, bro. It's like, I don't know, like back in high school, like, you know, like you did something wrong, the teacher will be like, oh, no, screw you, whatever, you get detention. The other kid, rich kid, did something, and no, it's okay, you know, daddy give me like little gifts and shit, so I'm not gonna give him detention. You feel me? It feels like that way. And that's, I don't know, that's kind of fucked up to me. But anyways, let's keep it moving with the chat. We got Space Shot in the building saying, being here in Xbox is dead since I came home with the OG. At this point, it is obvious Xbox will outlive me. It'll definitely. I mean, you never know because I mean they could literally shit the bed, but you know, I mean, as it stands right now, they're under $1 trillion, like trillion million whatever dollar company, and they're still making more money. And I mean, it's gonna be hard for them to go. The same with PlayStation. They might evolve into different stuff that we may or may not like. Right, but the fact that they're going to disappear is not going to happen anytime soon. Even if consoles go obsolete, they will find a way to continue to make money, even if it is just by making controllers or making, you know, monitors or computers or some other shit. Yeah. So Jules in the house as well. I'm just playing my JRPGs and indie games here. By the way, I've been playing Final Fantasy VII Remake, Inner Grade, just picked it up, Xbox everywhere, and I've been having a blast. Been really enjoying it. I put in like already like 15 hours in this game, and bro, amazing. I wish, and I said it on Twitter, I wish that Square Enix would have put this day one in every platform, and I also wish that they continue to utilize this formula for future games. So that's, you know, what that's my take, because I think the pacing of the game is really good, even though like there's some parts that are kind of cheesy, like picking up flowers and shit. Like I didn't like that shit too much. And there's a part that you have to pick up flowers to decorate some shit, and I'm like, bro, like, do I really have to do this part? But whatever, like, you know how it is with JRPGs, they usually have, you know, that one cheesy shit that make you do that you don't want to, and that's fine. You know, it wasn't like the worst, but overall, I'm having a blast, man. I'm really been enjoying this game, bro. We got Nate Joe in the house, bro. This dude, shout out to him, is one of my first subscribers ever. So it's one thing, bro. Every time that he popped in, I get super happy because I remember him like when nobody fucked with me. You know, this dude out here used to come watch my content and leave me comments and engage with my channel. So that's awesome that he's still around, bro. I'm glad to have you around, dude. And he's a real gamer. This motherfucker is always online, dude. I promise you, he's always online. 6 Lane in the house, I said as well. How's it going, Poppy? Good morning. We got Space Shot as well with another comment. He said Xbox was used by the initiative team. People kept joining in and leaving as they were passing through their next job. But yeah, if we expect every concept to go to production, we'll only get safe bets. And that's the one thing that I was saying. Like, it looks like they were being used by the money. You know, people are just like trying to get a job, you know, spend a couple of years there and then move on. You know, so they never got to finish. But shout out to Powerballs for spamming my chat with its links. John Trent, the artist in the building as well, man. It's cool when PlayStation do it. It is a problem when Xbox does it. FM, pretty much. Jules in the house saying, I finished Final Fantasy VII Remake and it was so much fun. Looks beautiful and combat is great. I gotta say, man, I gotta admit, the game looks beautiful. But at the same time, it's kind of inconsistent in certain areas. And I would say I was playing on max graphics and everything. It looks beautiful. But sometimes, dude, he actually, like, you know, like gave me like, oh my God, like what the hell is going on? It doesn't look like the same game in certain areas, you know, to be fair. But that didn't bother me because, like, you know, just like, you move on so quickly in this game from area to area that you don't really spend that much time. Like, you don't really have that much time to go ahead and, you know, criticize the environments too much. Lycos45 saying, I didn't like picking up the flowers either, them. Yeah, bro, that's kind of cheesy. I was like, well, like, and you know, nothing wrong with that. Like, if you like flowers, it's cool, but it's like, what the fuck was the point of that? You know what I'm saying?
It's actually for a reason, storyline, continuity wise.
Oh, okay. So the way that she, I mean, who was like, I can't say the names. I know that this one is Tifa. I can't remember the name of the other one. She has a weird name. The mage, what's her name?
Aerith,
right. She, because it's an orphanage, right? And you have to go ahead and help them decorate. And that's what you bring the flowers. that's what I got. I don't know if there's anything else after, but the good thing about it though is like depending on what flowers you pick, the thing changes. So I mean that was a cool addition. So Web Dave in the house, bro. What's going on, Poppy? Big Web Dave man in the house. Good to have you around, Poppy. And he says everybody hit the like button. Appreciate you, man. Oh, and Six Layer made it to 100 subscribers. Go ahead and check him out as well. PS5 Blow in the building. What's going on, Bobby? Hey, let's get it cracking. Yo, so I want to start with Fado. He's the guest today. Thank you once again for coming. Bro, what do you think about the whole, like, just because Microsoft had a bad quarter, Xbox is dead now thing? And like, I don't know if you know too much about the numbers. I honestly don't care, but if you want to drop something in there, maybe you know something that I don't know. But what does this mean, to you as a gamer?
It doesn't really mean much to me as a gamer. I think, like, yes, it was a down quarter. Call of Duty didn't do as well as they would have hoped. But also, if you compare, this year's releases to last year releases, last year was a little bit stronger as far as brand recognition of titles. Mm-hmm. You had Indiana Jones and Call of Duty Black Ops 6, which was a phenomenal Call of Duty with a great campaign. And it just wasn't as strong of a release year as it was last year. So I think that's part of the ebbs and flows of the business. I enjoyed the games that came out. I love Ninja Gaiden 4. I still need to play more of it, but I was enjoying it and about to jump back into it. Enjoying Final Fantasy VII Remake right now, again for the millionth time. But yeah, I mean, I think people just kind of Microsoft always gets looked at with the extra eye of scrutiny. I think a lot of it is that people in the games industry want Microsoft to lead the hardware side of it. And I think they've wanted them to leave the hardware side of it for a while now. And I think that's, kind of fuels the negative news. I think part of why they want Microsoft to leave this space is because it is a very expensive space hardware wise. And it's very hard for there to be multiple players in that space. And it's getting harder and harder and harder. And if you look at the companies, who's going to have the easier time producing hardware, it's going to be Microsoft. So as time goes on, and if you look at everything that's going on with Sony, not just PlayStation, you're looking at a scenario where they're not talking about releasing a console until at least around 2030 is what the new talk is.
Yeah.
And if you really think about it, by 2030, we might be in a place where Sony isn't in a position to fund a PlayStation 6.
Yeah.
Like King Dave said. They just had to sell off their movie digital distribution. They just had to sell off their TV business to where now they're a minority owner of the TV business.
We're going to talk about that.
They're just not operating from a position of strength. I think people see that, and they see that Xbox had a down quarter, and they want to kind of fuel the narrative that Xbox is leaving the space because they want Xbox to leave the space so that it is easier for the platform that they're more comfortable in operating within the space.
Yeah, bro. It's insane, dude. And I wanted to say something. Yeah, and one of the reasons why the revenue and everything on Xbox might be a little bit down is because you're in fact Call of Duty. And I was having this conversation with my brother-in-law yesterday. And he's a big Call of Duty head. He's like, beast playing that game, honestly.
Yeah.
And we were speaking about it, one of the reasons why the thing is down is because Call of Duty haven't met the expectations. And don't get me wrong, Call of Duty has an insane amount of players still, right?
Compared to best selling game for the year, yeah.
Right. Compared to other games, they still have a lot of players, but the reality is that it's not as many players as other Call of Duties. Like, for example, Black Ops 6, which
Yeah.
I argue that this one is better than Black Ops 6. And people still went ahead and played more Black Ops 6. And that's part of like, okay, people are getting sick of the Call of Duty shit. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? People are getting
Yeah.
sick of Activision doing their little tactics about like playing engagement and all of that, and also like content wise and things that they're supposed to do, and things that the community don't agree with that they've been doing for a long time, and people are getting sick of it. So Call of Duty being a big, part of the motion that Microsoft gets now because after that they acquired Activision and Blizzard. It's just like wow, like I don't know what's going on because I mean I played this Call of Duty and yeah, the campaign is ass, but the multiplayer and zombies are decent. And I argue, like I said, that it was better than Black Ops 6, but people didn't get to choose this game. So I don't know what's going on, whether it's like just the people getting sick of Call of Duty or getting like, like over it. Like, been playing Call of Duty for these many years. It's time to move on to other things.
I think the campaign just spun the narrative, and then they also had a lot of competition this year with Battlefield and Arc Raiders.
Yeah, I
So it was a little
feel
bit more
like
competitive of a year than it was in.
Yeah, so we'll see about next year. There's a rumor about like Modern Warfare 3 being remastered for the next year. Let's see. I feel like Call of Duty at this point should take a break, go back to the drawing board, and give us something amazing that we haven't seen yet. Like change it up, I don't know, give us something that is like, wow, what the fuck is going on? They need to go ahead and evolve. If they don't, they're gonna be left behind by all the games that are trying hard. Like you said, you mentioned Arc Raiders and Battlefield, even though Battlefield numbers are down like terribly from the beginning, when they first came out. Because they like, and I was speaking about it with my brother-in-law. He told me this, like they imitated Call of Duty in the way that the game was played. They ditched a little bit of a Battlefield main fan base, and that way they attracted these many casual gamers. Then they find out that this game wasn't for them. Then they went to other games like Arc Raiders and yada yada, the whole thing. But man, I want to ask Paul Boss now, bro. What's going on with you? What do you think about the whole Xbox is dead narrative? Is it dead or not, man? Let me know.
So yeah, everything about Xbox, gaming content and gaming services, hardware sales, all of that across the board for Microsoft was down for this quarter. But the way that Microsoft always runs their business is the fact that they're a $4 trillion company. They're always making money. And what they're down in Xbox, they're also up in everything else. People don't realize that the rest of Microsoft makes more money than the entirety of PlayStation in total per month.
Yeah.
And the fiscal year of 25, 282 billion in revenue total made, which was 15% year over year positive. They were 106 billion by their cloud services and 121 billion by productivity. The Game Pass even hit a record high of 5 billion alone.
Yeah.
And people don't seem to want to recognize that, hey, it is profitable.
Yeah.
Right.
Sure, it's not making as much money as it either could have because they raised the price hikes, they lost subscribers, they're doing wonky business practices here and there that not everybody likes. Sure. But at the same time, we don't know how many they actually lost. And we don't know if the price raise is
compensated.
Is offsetting. So that's the first thing. Second thing, I'm not going to go on a Final Fantasy rant. You've heard my take on remake and constantly. Even Next Gen Nero said that, after he finally played it, because he got into both of them late, especially if you're an OG Final Fantasy fan for 7, the graphics are great. The visuals are pleasing, and they did a lot of good with it. There is still so many things wrong with the way they went about it, turning it into an ARPG style.
Right.
Okay.
And look, I'm gonna say this, and I don't mean
And
to
Expedition
interrupt you.
33 proves it
Right.
too.
I didn't get to play Final Fantasy VII, which is a sin itself, but I will because, matter of fact, when you buy this copy, you get the classic, Final Fantasy. So I will get there eventually. So, but as a person who's a casual to a Final Fantasy franchise, that I've never been into it like this, I recently finished 15. And I loved it. And I know a lot of people didn't give a shit about it because it was an ARPG style, but I love ARPGs. So there's
15
that.
was good, but the issue with 15 is that it's not complete.
I don't know. It felt like it was long as hell. I spent like
It is long, but to finish, but to get the whole story, you have to actually buy like a book.
Yeah, it was a long game
There's
too.
also the movie.
Yeah, the movie. You have to
Yeah, prequel. That's a prequel, but yeah.
Yeah. But what I'm trying to say is like, the ARPG thing might not click with a lot of people, but as an ARPG lover myself, that I play games like Fallout and Witcher and all this shit, like, it's just like it clicked with me. I don't know, it clicked with me. I like the fact that it's linear too. It is open world. It's not an open world, it's like an open town, sort of. So it's very small, easily to go ahead and do the quest. It's very convenient to finish a quest and click. You want to go back to the quest giver? Yes, go back
To be
there
fair,
fast.
in Remake, it was always very linear for Disc 1 in the OG Final Fantasy VII until you left Midgar, and that was the whole point.
Yeah.
There's a lot of content, when you go back and you play the original, that you'll see all of this. This Disc 1 for Remake is only a fraction of what was in Disc 1. It was like half the game. So that was one of many gripes with Remake. But anyway,
right. That's what I believe, right? Hold on, question. So this one is broken down. The remakes are broken down in like instead of Final Fantasy VII came a whole game. That's it, Final Fantasy. And now they broke it down in 3 parts, which is Integrate, Rebirth, and whichever one is the other one that's coming out by Square Enix. All right, got it. All right.
Yeah.
I'm a Final Fantasy.
yeah,
noob.
but Remake wasn't the entirety of Disc 1 either.
It's like the first 3 hours of the game, like first like
Something
3 or 4
like that.
hours.
Holy
Yeah.
shit, that's crazy. And
It's
they
just
made it
mixed up.
into like a 50-hour thing, something.
Yeah, I mean, I like the shift to action based.
Yeah. I like the slow down things, right? I like
Like
that,
I said,
that part,
it
that
does
part.
it does some positive things. I'll be fair.
Yeah, definitely.
But like I said, if you're a fan of the OG,
Yeah, the purists are not gonna be happy. Yeah, for sure.
I'm a purist.
not even the pure. It's little nitpicks and things that they did that they took out. Like if you recently heard the news, Steam is removing the 2013 version of the PC release, and they're re-releasing a 2026 version, which we don't know what's going to be.
Is it gonna be remastered or something? Because if it
It's
is
supposed to be an
remastered, that could
upgrade.
be good.
I have
That
no
could
idea
be
what it is.
good. Like, give it like a little bit better graphics.
They
for the
marketed
classic
it as
version.
an upgrade.
Wow.
Yep.
Yeah, it could be like an upgrade. That's not bad, man. That's not bad. Well, anyways, man, going back to like Xbox is dead. You can go. You may go ahead and finish your point, Power Boss.
Yeah. So again, the whole thing about the Xbox is dead. Even Doc Dark said it in his video. I watched it with Cassie last night. Shout out to both of them. The clickbait titles that people are using for this, Dreamcast High is the most notable one. Let's be fair. When they say the Xbox hardware is, or when they say Xbox is dead, they're always talking about the hardware. And Xbox themselves told you last year there is no need for an Xbox. You can play it anywhere, wherever you want. And that is the key.
I just don't know how, if you already own an Xbox, and this goes to Xbox fans, you worry about whoever is getting an Xbox next. When in fact it doesn't matter, because I mean crossplay exists. You could still play with your friends all the games if you have an Xbox and they have a PlayStation, or if you have an Xbox they have a PC, whatever. Most of the people now, they're not going ahead and buying consoles. What they're going ahead and buying is PCs. Like kids, like I have a friend, he was going nuts because he hit me up. He was like, "Yo, bro, I know you are into gaming and shit, and like my kid is asking me for a PC. Can you find me a cheap one?" And I'm like, oh shit.
Well-
I'm like, okay, yeah. And then I went ahead and helped him. We went to a store and picked something up for his kid that, that because his kid is like 13 or something. So you don't really want to get him something that is a monster, right? You want to get him like an entry level type PC, something with like a 30, 70, some shit like that, so that he can get started. And then after that, he's, set so he learns how to use it and all. So he don't fuck it up something that is like $3,000. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So yeah, we picked him out something for like $900 and he was happy with it. We set him up. And kids now are not if they're not asking you for a Nintendo Switch, which by the way, a lot of these kids that my cousins and shit, they don't care about the Nintendo Switch though. I'm gonna be honest. They want to play Fortnite. They want to play Roblox. They want to play all these games that you're like, oh shit, I would never lay my hands on this game. But
want those
that's just the
mods.
reality that we're living right now.
Yeah.
Even mobile games, they happy with a tablet, bro. These motherfuckers be happy with a tablet playing Minecraft. That's it. They don't care. They don't care. So
Yeah, until they get their hands on something a little bit more powerful.
of course, but it's like until then
they're
they're
happy.
happy with that because okay, kids are usually bored when they're hanging out with their parents. They go to somebody's house, visiting, whatever, and you're not gonna take your PlayStation or Xbox or a console everywhere you go. But a tablet, it fits easily everywhere, bro, in any backpack. You know what I'm saying?
My oldest has become a snob. He's like, I'm not playing on that tablet.
Because you taught him and you showed them that there's better shit out there.
Yeah,
But
he's like, I'm not doing it. But my youngest, he'll still play on the tablet, no problem. But like,
it's not even that. It's not even that. It's like where your friends play. You will play where your friends and the people you know play.
Yeah.
Because you are going to be looking for your friends. What do my friends have in school? What do you usually have? They have a PlayStation. Okay, I want a PlayStation 2 to play with them. That's it. There's really nothing to it.
Yeah. Yeah. Now crossplay is becoming more of a thing. So it's not as much of a big deal. But yeah, for sure.
Yeah, we're living in different times, man.
But these kids, they want these mods. My kids are always asking me, can I get this mod? Can I get that mod? I'm like, you're not playing on the PC. You're playing on the console. It's like, well, I need a gaming PC. I was like, yeah, we'll see about that.
Yeah, gaming PC is awesome, but at the same time, it's like something that you had to, with kids, be very careful. And this is something that I hope Xbox will fix with with what they're doing with the next console. If it is a hybrid PC type thing, make it so like the console mode and PC mode or desktop mode is very easily to go back and forth, right? Because you don't really want your kid in the web like that. Even though on Xbox you can go ahead and use the web, it's harder for the kid to get there. The computer is easier. It's already the icon is already in the internet.
Yeah.
Yeah, but holy shit, we got a surprise addition to the show, man. Shout out to Desire. What's going on, Poppy? How you doing? Good to have you around. Thank you for coming through, homie.
What's up, everybody?
What's going on? We got a full house today, man. This is awesome, bro. Hope you're feeling better, bro. What's going on with you?
Nothing outside of feeling sick. I'm having a good day now that I'm not finally fucking throwing up for once.
Oh, okay.
But WWE 2K26 is pre-orderable today. Yeah.
Ooh, oh shit. Look, I actually posted it on Twitter. The Attitude Era was my favorite time in WWE.
Did you see the prices? Oh my god.
Yeah, it's the same prices as last year. So the Monday Night War, which is the most expensive, is $150.
Hell,
they're gonna have $120, which is the Attitude Era.
No.
Then it's is it 90?
I don't think so. But I know it's gonna be.
You don't have to buy all that shit. I've always told people, if you really don't want to buy all the fucking extra shit, don't. Because quite honestly, I don't do it all the time either.
Yeah. You know who's gonna be in the cover, right? CM Punk. I just seen that. Yeah.
Bill Brooks.
It's gonna be dope. The last time he was on the cover, it was in 2013. So
yeah, for the last showcase of the Attitude Era, which was really good. And they're adding thumbtacks in this game.
Yeah, I might cope. I'm not gonna lie, because you know what? Wrestling games are so casual, and it's like they're like one of the most fun games that you can play if you have like friends to play with. You get like a 4 you got a squad of 4, you do a Royal Rumble or something like that, it gets crazy, the betrayals and all of that. It's just like it's a straight up cinema. So I might pick it up. I tried 2K25. Yeah,
Mhm.
I tried it and I liked it. I actually was like, wow, solid work.
I play it all
So
the time. Yeah.
I thought it was solid compared to, what was it, like 2020 or something. I think it was like one of those that was terrible.
WWE 2K20 was
Yeah,
probably one of the worst wrestling
yeah.
games that WWE's ever released. That was
I played that one and I was like, no, it made me throw up. It made me throw up. But yeah, man, we're talking this side about Xbox is dead as usual. The report from Microsoft came out that some of the revenue in Xbox is down, including services and hardware. And we're speaking about how this is part of like a mixture between the times that we're living and the bad decisions that Xbox has made. So I mean, what do you think about it? Do you think Xbox is really dead? What the fuck is going on?
So I know a lot of people don't understand that at the end of a life cycle of a fucking console, the Xbox One, which is finally gone now, they're no longer developing it. Usually the fucking the making of the consoles start to go down a tad. Granted, it was a little bit more than they were expecting, because quite honestly, I think that the series generation, even though yes, it's had a lot of good games, it's had some pretty big stinkers in some aspects. It's not like it's the end all be all, but it is what it is. But the thing is that last year, if you go back and you think about it, of the Dev Direct, can you remember any games that were like, you have to buy an Xbox to play this?
And which one? In the Xbox Direct that just happened?
The Dev Direct. That was last year, not this year. This
year,
the
last year one?
I would say Fable.
I mean, yeah, it's a lot. There's a lot. They showed a lot of like. I mean, not the Dev Direct, but the June showcase. They show a lot.
I think what he means is what wasn't on PC also, or another.
Yeah.
Because nothing was end all. You have to buy Xbox because
so far there's one, but I don't know if it's a system seller. We have to see how the game is, and that's Clockwork Revolution.
That does look really good, but I will also state this.
But it's also going to be on PC.
One of the Dev Direct games that I was super excited for last year ended up being a massive stinker, and that was Avowed. Avowed is terrible. And it's like Xbox. They released some really good games last year. The Outer Worlds 2 is one of my favorite fucking games.
Yeah,
I fucking still
fire.
But the problem is that if you release one good one, they're going to also remember the bad. And there was a few stinkers last year from Xbox.
Yeah, I wouldn't call them stinker. I would call it like, maybe not like
Avowed was
the best. Not in my opinion, bro. And a lot of people don't feel that way, though. A lot of people feel that way, and it's mostly because of the price. That's when people, complain the most. But I've spoken to a few, Pillars of Eternity fans, and they were happy with it. They were like, as a Pillars of Eternity fan, I really enjoyed Avowed. Might not be for people who thought it was going to be the next Elder Scrolls, but for people who, I feel like for this being the first game that this lady made, that, by the way, she's not even working with Xbox anymore, Patel, was her name Patel? That she was the game director. I thought she did a great job. Avowed is not the best game ever, but it did have some stuff that I really like, and I wish other RPGs had. Like, that's just to be fair.
But the problem is that all of the marketing leading up to the game made the game look a lot different than it ended up being.
Oh yeah, no,
and
for sure.
They didn't say it was a Pillars of Eternity game. They didn't say that at all until you actually bought the game.
No, they had to pivot. They had to pivot because they were going for the dark art style that was in the initial trailer. That is the trailer with the guy with the sword and everything is dark and he's just doing these things with the hands, doing like, and everybody really liked that art style. So when they switched to a more colorful, more vibrant, colorful art style, everybody was like, oh, whatever, and they started complaining. But I mean, honestly, I'm even thinking about loading it up again and going into Game Plus because they added that update recently. And I think it's gonna be better when you go back in and check out the update. So I will give it another shot
But that's
if I were you. But if not, you don't have to because there's so many games to play, dude, that it doesn't even matter anymore. I moved on from About. I already finished it. I'm already good with it. I would just do this out of curiosity. That's it. One day if I'm bored.
But that's just what I'm trying to say is that like you'll have like the really good games. That is the Outer Worlds 2, which was phenomenal, one of my favorite games. Then you'll have a game that is very divisive in
Doom.
Avowed, because Avowed is divisive. There's you either like it or you fucking don't.
I
like
agree
it
with
at all.
that. It is divisive. It is divisive. But yeah, man, I agree with what you say. Desire, I think it's a mixture of everything. The fact that Xbox is telling you, like, I don't care where you buy it or not, because I promise you, if they really wanted to sell consoles, they will make everything exclusive, bro. They will be like, okay, you know what? Avowed exclusive, Assault for Midnight exclusive. You're not getting shit. If you want this, buy an Xbox, only on Xbox. But like, I feel like they're trying to do something way different. They understand that gaming is bigger than just the Xbox platform, and they understand that they can make more money making games for every platform, including their own.
Which is something
And let's also be fair. If they were to make everything exclusive, then they would have a massive year-over-year drop across the board the first time. But then going forward, they would still have their Call of Duty multi-platform. They would still have whatever studio they want to let make multi-platform games, like possibly the Elder Scrolls. I mean, Starfield is still exclusive to 3 years in.
It shouldn't fucking be.
I agree, but the reason why I think it's not gone over yet is not for the reason that most people think.
It's a
That's
grudge.
just my opinion.
I think it's a
my
grudge.
opinion.
I think it's a grudge.
But at the same time, okay, if they were to start making everything moving forward exclusive after everything, and it releases Xbox, PC, and that's it.
I mean, first off, Power Boss, they can, because Jim Ryan cried and everybody cried, and they made them sign this thing about like buying ABK, and then there's shit that we don't know about that they did, and it's like, okay, we can make shit exclusive. You know what? At the end of the day, you made us turn into a direction that might not look good at the beginning, but in the long run, it's gonna make us the leaders in gaming. And I believe that they are the leaders in gaming. If you're not speaking about Xbox in your podcast, your show, and you have a gaming show, whatever, you're not talking about nothing, bro, because there's really nothing out there. I promise you, the only ones dropping games are Nintendo and Xbox.
Yeah, because PlayStation's only releasing 2 games this year, which is Saros and
Marathon.
No, Wolverine doesn't even have a date. I wouldn't be surprised if it gets delayed.
31st of December.
I will be really, really surprised if Wolverine comes out in 2026. And I want to be surprised. I hope it releases, but I don't see it.
What I was saying, if they were to make, like everybody wants, and for Microsoft to go exclusive or Xbox to go exclusive back to just Xbox and PC and completely skip PlayStation, one, they're leaving out a huge majority of PlayStation gamers, those who do buy games over there. Not every game is for everyone. Like Jules in our chat, she's a PlayStation gamer. She has all of her indies and JRPGs. She's not going to go out and buy Call of Duty.
Right.
So not every game, not every game is for everyone. Okay,
that's another thing. That's fucking Call of Duty dunk.
Yeah, we were talking about it. Yeah, we're not going to talk about Call of Duty no more, but we already said it. Like, it's one of the reasons.
But at the same time, while they would take a dip in initial sales for exclusivity, every year after, showing the massive output that Xbox is putting out moving forward, starting with last year, and they're supposed to have more this year, and who knows what they're going to have next year, all the way up until the next console releases, the Xbox Magnus, then they're just getting more and more and more and more, and there's nothing that you can deny saying, hey, Xbox is doing the right thing. And if they were to keep it exclusive, they would dwarf PlayStation even more, because they're already making more money. Even though they themselves are year-over-year losses, they are still making more in every aspect of everything more than PlayStation. They're making more revenue in content services. They're making more revenue in their subscription service with Game Pass. They're making more on everything except for the hardware sales.
Yeah. The one thing that I found ridiculous, Power Buzz, is like Xbox dudes. Like shout out to Chat, I see you down there. They don't care about the exclusivity thing anymore. They already understand. They already evolved their mind to understand that, okay, like the fact that somebody else is playing the games that I like doesn't make my game bad or doesn't make my platform bad. What makes it even better because we get to enjoy the game with more players, right? That's one. I feel like this is like on the side of Sony PlayStation fans that are outraged at the fact that they don't have to buy an Xbox to play Xbox games. So they are like, honestly, I don't really get it. You guys are dumb as hell. You want Xbox to make everything exclusive after all the crying you did because of Call of Duty was going to be exclusive. But now it's like, the Xbox, should make everything exclusive. So we buy an Xbox. You guys, I'm sorry to tell you this, but you guys are brain dead. It's just like you want to spend more money in another console instead of just playing your games in PlayStation. I know that's right. Some people wouldn't want to wait. Well, just get an Xbox if you don't want to wait. If you really want to play these games for sure, because like we see with Starfield, it's not on PlayStation yet. It's been like 5 years. So, guys, like if you want to play Xbox games, get you a PC or get you an Xbox. And also at the same time, me as a person who has both a PC and an Xbox, I find myself going back and forth between my Xbox and my PC, both for convenient and because some games that I want to play that are from Xbox are not on PC and vice versa. So, I mean, just it is what it is. Don't complain about this shit. Just be grateful that Xbox is sharing their games with you and go ahead and enjoy these games and play them as much as you want to show Xbox that you really want to play them. And that's it. That's all there is to it. There's no need to be crying about, we want Xbox to like sell consoles and shit. They don't want to sell consoles. Dude. They don't give a damn about it. And you should be over it. If you have an Xbox, you are good, bro. You already have it. You're getting all these games. You're getting Game Pass. And look, by the way, guys, 27 people here in the a total like 70 in between both streams. But I want to say this: don't be surprised if in the future Game Pass goes to other platforms. They already tried to do this with PlayStation, okay? But PlayStation said no. Stupid fuck said no. Imagine saying no to that. But they say no, but eventually, I think Game Pass, like the same way that you see that Netflix is in every fucking device and Game Pass being a parallel to Netflix, it will be in other devices. Matter of fact, it already is via cloud, right? You can play on your TV, whatever. But I mean, I'm talking about other consoles. But the thing is, like on the other side, you don't know if the other, publishers or consoles or platforms want to accept Game Pass as part of the ecosystem because they know what comes with it. They know that a lot of people are going to buy into it and a lot of people are going to start buying their first-party games, which is at the end of the day what Xbox is trying to do. I don't know if you understand. Every time Sony PlayStation got something coming, they drop a game right on them. Concord came out. Well, what was Concord? Like an Overwatch, whatever clone. What did it do? Overwatch new season. Call of Duty. Boom. Concord dead. They're gonna have a fucking Wolverine. Okay, fuck it. We're gonna have Fable. Boom. Like you're gonna have to make choices that Xbox guys don't have to make them. We get them on Game Pass.
Look,
and if we got a PC, we get it on PC as well at a discount.
You know what's even funnier about Marathon's release date? Guess what comes out the same day?
I have no idea. No,
Or
Forza?
roughly the same day.
Forza?
No, that Kiln game.
What?
The
Killed.
Kiln game.
I don't know. You imagine if that should have more players than
I would
holy
laugh.
crap.
I don't think it will, but I would laugh.
I do
Holy
wanna
crap.
say, isn't it weird that we don't have another update on how many units Ghost of Yotei sold? Because the last thing we got is 3.3 million.
Oh my god. Okay. We got Broke Boy. It's me, Broke Boy, with a 5, man. Oh no, Xbox is dead. What are we gonna do now? Me powering on my Xbox to play games. Yeah, homie.
Like,
Holy shit.
we
That's the
get
truth.
told we get told that Xbox doesn't buy games, but For
Yeah.
a console that has over 100 million units, only 3 million units sold for the only exclusive you had that year. It's pretty pathetic.
No, man. Well, I want to take a second to whatchamacallit, congratulate some people, bro. Like, shout out to these people, man. Hold on. Chill. I had to do this because I think it's very important that we congratulate them. So, okay, here we go. Hold on. Yeah, I want to take this moment to do a big shout out to the Sony PlayStation fanboys who major in console work economics at Twitter University. Congratulations to the incredible class of 2026. And you know who I'm talking about. I'm talking about the Nibs. I'm talking about all these people who just like the Subitex and Shinobis that love to talk about numbers, but don't even play fucking games. So yeah, bro, big shout out to them. Congratulations on your graduation. You made it. I mean, yeah, here's to the future.
Didn't Japan Hates Xbox have to change his entire fucking Twitter persona because he got banned?
I don't know about that. Do you know about
Yeah,
that?
now it's something like Kuso hates Xbox, and Kuso stands for crap or something like that. Yeah, even that got banned.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is.
No,
Oh, it's back.
not.
It did get banned.
Holy shit!
My bad.
We were going to fucking the Chamber of Secrets. Jesus Christ!
Yeah, let me rock with the chat. Now we're gonna get into a topic that I think Desire is gonna like it more than anybody. So I'm glad that he made it here because this is gonna be fun as hell. But yeah,
It's
I wanna
Fallout,
rock-
I'm gonna love you.
it's gonna I know you know what it is. Man, let me rock with the chat, man. You guys are being awesome. I see you super active down there. Look at 8 ranks in the house, man. Jules, shout out to her. She say, I do wish all the Atelier games and all the Legend of Heroes games comes to Xbox. Yeah, I mean, more JRPG games need to come, bro. Like straight up. That's definitely we got Safwood in the house. I hope you get better soon, Desire. There you go. You got good witches here. Eternal D87 in the house saying Xbox isn't dead. It's just their prices. It's not attractive to pay for it. In my opinion, I have to agree with this, at least in the console, right? The fact that they increased the prices of the console is not a good look. If they made it a little bit cheaper, maybe like $100 cheaper, a lot more people will buy into it. You know what I mean? It's $100 cheaper. Why not? But it looks like they don't want to lose any more money like that because a lot of consoles are sold at a loss, in case you guys don't know. But yeah, it is what it is, man. What are we gonna do? I think it's okay to admit people aren't buying hardware, but it's not the main focus when they are acquiring customers on PC, TVs, handhelds. The content and services numbers means more, and that's the other thing. They making more money in this way. It's not like I give a damn about them making money. The fact that I'm still getting native content in my hardware, whether it be the Xbox on the PC or even the handheld, we're still good. We got really nothing to worry about. Like I don't really get the outrage, Jules say I'm excited for About, Beast of Reincarnation, Fable, Clockwork Revolution, and much more. She plays on the PlayStation. Is excited about those games? A Space Shot saying About did some great things. I'm happy with everything they did to streamline the grind, but I think the story was just okay. And you hit it right in the nail. I think everything they did was to like sort of like put a cushion on the grind that you have to do for this RPG sometimes. And they made it a lot easier for you to get going and move on with the story. Rather than having to grind levels, gear and stuff. Everything was like so boom. So fast. And the fact that it was a Pillars of Eternity universe was pretty well known to me, but maybe I consume more content than most people. To be honest, it has to stand on its own, and that's fair. Yeah. And About was made, they were treating it like it was the next big thing. Yeah. It wasn't like people the expectations were crazy. They're thinking about being Elder Scrolls or something. And that I think that expectation right there is what like made it feel mid, if I'm being honest. Because I mean, there's really nothing like Skyrim to this day. There's really nothing like Skyrim. I promise you. All right, man. Let's get into the next freaking topic. But man, y'all gotta play High Guard. I mean, according to Geoff Keighley, this is like the best game ever.
No.
And a lot of people, bro, like, look, and I was telling I went into a Discord chat with my brother-in-law. He was over there hanging out with his friends. They were playing Rust, right? Rust. Out of all things, which is funny because this is what the developers told you this game was going to be, a raid-based rating RPG, whatever, shooter, whatever, PvP. And they were playing Rust, and I told, hey, you guys try Hard Guard. And look, I didn't even tell them it was bad or nothing. They were like, oh, shit, let me check it out, whatever. They checked it out. They were like, no, hell no, bro. We're not dropping Rust to play Hard Guard. Like, what the fuck? This shit looks ass. And it's like, I believe, and I said this, I don't know if you guys catch my post. If you guys follow me on Twitter, I actually said it. This shit looked like Godfall with guns and ponies. Like, the whole aesthetic of the game is fucked up. It feels like this should have been a melee game. You know, and look, I'm not saying the developers are bad. I think the developers did a good job when it comes to, like, you know, the gun mechanics and the movement of the character and, you know, what the game does as, you know, like the design of the game when it comes to like the shit that you do in the game, right? That part they got it right. But when it comes to like the aesthetic, the setting, the art direction, I think that's what fails. So we're getting games that are well made, but they don't even know who they are for. Because, I mean, I can only think this game is like for people who play League of Legends or something, and they want League of Legends or you know, a game like Warcraft or something to be a shooter. This is what I think. I don't know, Power Boss. I see you down there doing a bunch of like hand gestures, like you're throwing up gang signs. What the fuck is going on? What are you thinking, bro? What are you thinking?
So, Dayreezy in On Point for Gamers Discord asked me what my honest opinions of High Guard was. Mind you, this is after I watched Klutzy playing it, Gara playing it, and Chaos Lounge playing it. And C Money was planning on playing it, and he did last night. And I told him in a pretty long paragraph, if you go and look, exactly what I think of the game. Okay, it is not a bad game. The visuals are stunning. I think the character design could have been better, but you know, they're not terrible, not like Concord level.
No.
But the amount of games that they are trying to mash up and put together, like E33 did with RPGs, does not work. Some of them are counterintuitive directly. But I said, okay, as a fair criticism, what this game needs to do is they need to split up the game modes between the bomb defusal base defense, the killing of the Forge Heart, or being like Battlefield where you have a set number of lives and it's just player-on-player action. They need to have it larger than 3v3 or more teams of 3v3 per match.
You don't want 3v3?
Not for the size of the maps.
I know
No.
the maps are insanely large for
Okay.
3v3 and
They give you a pony though.
And
So-
the last thing and the last thing about it is they need to 100 revamp the chest and loot system and the shop, because either there's no point in going out and mining because you could just go to the chest and get it, or you ignore the chest, you only mine, and then you just use the shop to upgrade, and that's it. But killing enemies doesn't give you money, and base winning doesn't give you money, it just wins the match. And trying to defend all three mechanics at the same time, you're going to fail in every aspect. And then the shield breaker mechanic, do away with it completely.
I think that this game,
And that's their criticism.
they tried to do Apex Legends in a MOBA type thing. I don't know. It's weird.
They touted this fact that they were the Apex and Titanfall devs, which they have since removed from their Steam page.
Yeah,
and
I wonder
out of
why.
all- all the game genres and games that they tried to put into this and mash together, Titanfall was not one of them.
Yeah. Yeah, that you could tell maybe if they had a Titan, but not a Titan like as in a robot, but maybe like one of those gods, like you could have like I don't know, like E3. Now I'm playing way too much Final Fantasy or whatever. But what I'm trying to say, maybe you had like one of the gods, like I don't know, like Zeus or Poseidon or something like that, and
Or
you
have
go
an
and
actual Titan, like fucking.
yeah. Or maybe like like I don't know, bro. I just feel like the gun mechanics, like shooting the guns and moving the character around, doesn't feel bad. But what really is, it's just the settings. Like who in the hell? I mean, this could have been a Wild Wild West game, and it would have probably even be better if you give him a horse and you ride on a horse. It makes more sense, right? The setting, Wild Wild West, whatever, you shooting revolvers and repeaters. But I don't know, bro. It's just like it looks like it's all over the place. Some people enjoy it though. Some people
I will
enjoy
say
it.
also, in case you did not read it, because most people don't, let's be fair. In the TOS, section D, they have a section called Your Indemnity to Us. I don't know if you've seen that paragraph.
No. I don't read shit, bro. I just went in
It
there to
says,
play. That's it.
If someone sues Wildlight, its affiliates, or licensors, you may have to pay for their defense, their legal fees. You agree to defend, indemnify, and hold harmless on demand Wildlight, its affiliates, licensors, and partners, and any of their respective officers, directors, shareholders, employees, or independent contractors from and against any and all claims asserted against any of them arising out of or relating to your use or actual or alleged misuse of the High Guard services. Violation of these terms or your negligence or misconduct. This applies to all liabilities, claims, and expenses, including legal fees and costs arising from such claims. If claims are brought against us, then you will cooperate fully with us, and we reserve the right to take over their defense subject to indemnification by you. You will not settle any such claims without our prior written consent.
What the hell?
So, for those of you who don't know what legalese is and everything that they said in this, that means if you have played High Guard in any aspect, okay, and you have bought any microtransaction in High Guard, and they get sued by any single entity, person, company, business, whatever, they can hold you liable and ask you to pay their legal fees.
The pay for his lawyers. You gotta pay my lawyer to represent me in court. Like, what the fuck is that, bro? That's
Pretty
crazy.
much.
That's crazy. Like Powerballs. Hold on.
Birthday. Happy birthday.
So I sue you, and then if I sue you, I have to pay for your lawyer fees and court fees and all of that. That's insane. That's insanity. But shout out to Adidas 20. Today are turned 49. God damn it, you old boy. Shout out to Adidas, amazing member of the community, man. Appreciate you, dog.
Hey, somebody older than me.
Shout out to him, bro. I hope you have a great time. Enjoy with the family and loved ones. Stay safe out there and stay warm, because I know it's up. Up there where you live, it's cold as hell, dude. But yeah, man, what do you think about this game, Fado? Have you played? What the fuck is going on with this?
No, I haven't played it. Not really my type of game. But I've heard nothing but not great things about it. So, I mean, I hope they're able to fix it and maybe people come back to it and play it some more. But it doesn't look horrible. But maybe it's just not up to the standard that people want.
Yeah.
So I think they got a decent foundation. I mean, it is free to play, so I mean, does have a chance to kind of get better over time, and maybe
makes me wonder. I don't mean to interrupt you, but it makes me wonder what would have happened with Concord if it was free to play. Could at least find as a small, decent player base?
No, well, because the problem is that it would be competing with Marvel Rivals and Overwatch.
Oh yeah, no, this game is competing with those two, which is why I believe like there's no reason for me to play this game. And I believe like why am I gonna play this game that play like Apex Legends in this weird ass setting when I can just go ahead and play Apex Legends? Which, by the way, this season has been amazing. They added like a skateboard and shit that you can play like ride around, and I don't know, the game is back to being exciting again. I don't know if you are familiar with the with the professional league or whatever. That shit has a lot of hype. It's sort of like caught a lot of that win back that they had lost. So I mean, a lot of people have gone back to Apex, and and that's due also to Call of Duty being not the best this year, and all the games like Arc Raiders not being for everybody either, because Arc Raider is a third-person shooter, and we're talking about first-person shooters in here. So I mean, that's one of the reasons why I don't really play Arc Raiders. But go ahead, Fado, continue making your point. I'm sorry.
No, I was gonna piggyback off of you and say I think Concord would have had a chance if the game would have lined up with the cinematics that they did for the game leading up to it. Because like the show that they did with Amazon, that was a decent little episode. If that would have if the game would have lined up with those same concepts, I think the game would have had a little bit more of a chance, and the character models and all that would have lined up with the character models that we saw in the little 30-minute episode that they did. I think the game would have had more of a chance, but it was very different than what the show that they gave us was, and what the pre-cinematic thing that they gave us at their own showcase, and then with the Amazon thing.
Yeah, it didn't make any sense. It feels like the demographic that they're attacking or trying to target with this game is not us. Definitely not us. We like cool shit, bro. What the fuck happened to having these people who are hot as fuck and they speak yo, I'm gonna fuck you up. Yeah, I'm gonna beat your shit up. What happened to you know what I mean? That sort of Michael Bay type action shit that we all like and grew up with. That's what we want. We don't want this I mean, it looks weak as hell, dude. It looks what this game reminds me of? The setting and everything, Lightfall from Destiny. It reminds me of that fucking DLC. And that's terrible.
You don't want to kill somebody and then have to find the person about a fucking hour later.
Yeah, and this is not even the match. This is just the what is it, the firing range? Because I do believe here's my problem, guys. Developers listening, I don't know how many of you guys listen, but if you're a game developer, beta test your game with people, not with people you pay for to play your game. Okay, that's fine at the beginning to see what the game is, whatever. Hire some fucking pro players that can tell you what the gunplay is. But then after, you need to beta test your game. Don't say this game is out. Early access. What happened to that? Just be early access, early concept. We're working on it. Everything could be subject to change. Easy.
It's they took a game that should have had at minimum 12 players so that you could actually fucking get into combat. And they shrunk it down and made it half that.
This game
makes no bloody sense.
As a Battlefield type game, if you added instead of the setting, they want to go with the setting, fine. But if you added more people, like ABA or something, 10v10 and a big battle, it would have been more enjoyable. Because the fact that you had to and then they kill you and they spawn you in the base, and you have to ride your pony,
run all the way back.
Bro, that shit is insane. I actually posted on Twitter. I had the video around here somewhere, dude. Hold up. God damn, where did I put that shit? I actually, had a video of me playing this thing.
Remember, this was the game that fucking ended the Game Awards.
That's exactly why.
Yeah.
And that's another reason why
I think that's kind of was the death knell in this game, is when you overhype a game and it underdelivers, it makes it really hard for
massively underdelivered, because
it's
the last game of the Game Awards, which is the most watched thing. It's more watched than the Super Bowl. I think it might be less watched than the College Football Championship, just because everyone wanted to watch Indiana win. Thank God my alma mater won.
Dude, check it out. And it's me not making fun of the game. It's just me talking about look at the way their climbing animation works. You can even climb this fucking rock, and it's what are you doing? And look, I'm here in a fight. Whatever, it's all good. I get to climb finally the damn rock after the third try. Got the kill. There's this little bastard out here. I kill it. Then listen, I get killed by this dude that came out of nowhere and jump back in your base. Look at where my fucking teammates are. I had to ride on a horse for 5 minutes to get to my teammates, and then finally get this two comiendo mierda in the horse jumping around. That shit look goofy as hell, bro. I'm not gonna lie. It looked goofy. It looks like, you know, like this shit should have. It's gonna find his players.
Did you notice that when you're on the horse and the character has their hand grabbing the mane of the
Yeah.
horse head, that it's not actually holding on to anything? There's no reins. You're not grabbing the horse hair. It's just there in front of you.
I don't know,
It's
bro.
like
It
they're
just
missing an animation.
and this is like the best part of a match that I won. I played like 3-4 matches, and I won this one. This is like the best, like the highlights. Like there's literally no highlights. Me defusing a bomb, getting a kill assist, getting killed, and going back to my base. Like if I show you a gameplay on Nuketown, like I can show you like many cool shit that I did. If I show you a game of Apex, I can show you many cool shit that I did in one game. Like here, this is like, I don't know. It's not giving me any content for me to make and be like, oh, I'm cool. Look, I got a cool kill here. Wow, great. When do
like
I get
I
another
said,
They wanted
kill?
to blend too much, and they didn't actually do anything well.
Like I said, they needed to split up the mechanics of how to win con the game each match. They need to make it where it's like Battlefield, where you have a team total lives counter. They needed to make its own mode for the search and destroy for the bomb defusal, and they needed to make a separate mode for being able to destroy the base forge to win the match. And those three things, if they were to split them out and make a rank mode for each of them.
Yeah. I would
And
say the
add
game
more
modes need to be better.
players than fucking 3. Jesus Christ.
Hey, shout out to Lycos45, bro. And look,
Yeah.
I don't want to say this because I don't want to sound like, you know, the macho man Randy Savage or something. But God damn it, Conco was missing testosterone, and I believe this game is missing that shit too. And you know, gaming, and I don't want to sound like a macho man again, but it was always about us, bro. You know, it was always about us. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like cool shit that we got to enjoy with the homies. Because I remember back in the day, girls wouldn't date you if you were a gamer. They wouldn't. So what the fuck are we doing? This is our fucking hobby. You know what I'm saying? And I don't want to sound, I'm sorry, Jules might be watching, might feel some type of way, but Jules, understand this shit is cool now. You might be young as hell. Boy, I'm telling you, like this shit back in the day, it was a dude thing. And we need more dude stuff. Like, okay, cool. Like girls can get Barbie, Bratz, the My Little Pony. They get games like Overwatch that are like girl friendly. Even Apex Legends, you know, that is girl friendly and all of that. I get it. You know, I mean, we need to be inclusive and we need to have like a little bit of every game for them. Like when the game is like this, like straight estrogen, it just like doesn't get me, like, you know, doesn't get me excited to play it. And that's just, I gotta be honest with you. And I think that's where this game failed. The fact that it's not cool shit that guys would like. And at the end of the day, we're the ones who play shooters. I know girls play, but it's like a small percentage. And I'm gonna tell you, like, if you go and look at the analytics of video games, there's like, well, like out of a game that a million people play, you know, there's a small percentage of females playing the game, you know,
Yeah,
and that's just how it is.
You want
And
a
it feels
big
like-
audience, you got to appeal to
Yeah.
kind of like, I guess you would call them like the dude bro, or, you know, like the hardcore audience. Like the casuals follow the hardcore. It's not the other way around. The hardcore don't follow the
Thank
casuals.
you for understanding.
So, I mean, you can dumb the game down for casuals, but you still have to appeal to your hardcore because the hardcore drag the casuals along with them. It's not the other way around. And if you lose the hardcore audience, the casual audience is only there for a casual amount of time. They'll find the next thing.
Oh.
So eventually when they find the next thing you know, you don't have a customer base anymore. That's the issue that PlayStation is running into right now. They don't know who their fan base is at the moment, and that's why a lot of their games are struggling. It's not that they're making like bad games. Like Ghost of Yote isn't inherently a bad game. Astrobot isn't inherently a bad game.
No, not at all.
But they don't know who their audience is, and because they don't know who their audience is, they don't have an audience to market to. So they're just like having like these shows and they're putting these games out, and yeah, they're making some pretty good games, but because they don't have an audience anymore, because they've diluted it so much, they're having a hard time capturing sales. So like what the last big game they had was Spider-Man 2. And everything else has just kind of been meh because they don't have this hardcore audience as much as Twitter wants you to believe they do. It's not showing up in the sales because they've lost those people. They have to pull up their sleeves back and really get in the trenches and really reestablish what their hardcore base is if they want to recapture those type of sales.
Holy shit! Remember Foam Stars? I forgot about Foam Stars.
That's a Square Enix game, but yeah,
that type of shit, and that's why I keep rocking with Halo. That's why I love fucking Gears. Like I love Gears, like games that are dark and brutal and cruel. I like that shit. Doom games like that is like, bro, that's some like.
And the thing is, when those games have a hardcore audience, it's not about if the game is popular now. The game will eventually be popular. The story will eventually be popular. Like Marvel wasn't always popular. Like there was like it had a small little base that was hardcore that rode for all these characters, and eventually the MCU happened, and then next thing you know, it's the most popular thing ever. Same thing with Star Wars. Star Wars wasn't always this massively huge thing like we know it is today. It was big. It had a strong hardcore audience, and then eventually the casuals caught up to it.
Yeah.
So you gotta appeal. And the issue that Star Wars is going on right now is that they're appealing too much to the casual audience. They're losing the hardcore, and now their shows are starting to suffer. So it's cyclical. So you really do have to cater to your hardcore audience because they drag the casuals with them eventually. You just have to be patient and know that you have a really strong hardcore base and keep on appealing to them until the masses catch on.
Yeah, definitely, man. I had to agree with this, man. Highgar.
Did you happen to see what the Highgar dev said?
No, what is
as a response? They said we don't need huge player numbers in order to be successful.
Yeah, okay,
or something like that.
Yeah, for a game that's free, yeah, you do.
But the problem with that also is the fact that their player count started at 97K in launch day. And I think they average between 5 and 20K on a daily basis, given the highs or lows and the time of day.
Yeah. But now I want to talk about something else, and it's like within the Highgar thing, and I'm going to talk about the Glazers. People who've been glazing this game like it's the best game ever, but at the same time, they shitted on other games that, in my opinion, and apparently everybody's opinion, are way fucking better. And look, I'm talking about these people love Concord too. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna share this one right here. Shout out to the homie Nib, the video game analyst. And this is him saying, I started Call of Duty Black Ops 7 campaign so far terrible. I get wanting to try new things on Call of Duty. ESP's blobs have had trippy moments, but these take it to a new level. Almost feel like it doesn't want to be a military shooter anymore. Waiting on AFK teammates suck too. And then when you go up here to my bookmarks, he glazes Highguard. Odd team complains on Highguard, feeling empty or not seeing enemies. Are folk playing it properly? Matches have flow. Well, were you playing Black Ops properly, Bobby? Because like the action is nonstop. You can say whatever the fuck you want about the story and the direction it took, and then it felt like you ate a mushroom, but the action is fucking always there. Don't fucking even trip, dude. Don't even come at me with saying the Call of Duty doesn't have action. Every fucking match, you feel like you're getting either like destroyed or you destroying somebody. That's what Call of Duty is about. Reinforced base. Okay, awesome. Yeah, I want to play a shooter to reinforce base. I'll get loot and resources. Oh, like I can do the same shit in Warzone, in Apex, or whatever. Get shield, break it, and respawn. What the fuck is even that? Use it to break shield. What the fuck is even that? Plant bombs. Yeah, but being dead, don't die several times. Last 3 parts, players congregate, hence more action. What the fuck is he talking about? And there he goes ahead and continue to glaze even more, bro. If we go up here, this is crazy. And shout out to my bookmarks. They fucking crazy. But look, another glazer found here. I think Highguard is a fun game. I enjoyed the gunfights and abilities. Pro, in my opinion, our gunfights feel good. Traversal in game is cool. Diverse enough abilities to the wardens. Some maps are cool design wise. And then he talks about the flow. If they can adjust these settings, I feel like it will be here for a long time. And then in another post, he say, I miss Concord. Yeah, no shit, bro. Like, you guys are fucking something else, dude. You guys are something else. Then it goes on here.
I told you that it has 3 major flaws that if they fix it, it will not be a Concord 2.0 situation.
No,
And
by
that's
the way.
fair criticism.
This is some crazy shit. Yeah, they can criticize, but like, you cannot tell me in the same fucking year, in the same month, that Black Ops is bad and then go ahead and glaze the hell out of fucking Hard Guard. And that's my situation. I think a lot of this is going down with console wars. Okay, people are harshly rating some games based on the console wars and what platform they alive with. They cooked Starfield. Like, it has its issues, right? But at the end of the day, it was a good game. You got other games that they could too, and it's like not even from Xbox, all the games. And look, check it out. What they criticize Halo 2. Remember when they criticized Infinite and they say it was ass? I'd rather play Halo Infinite like by myself in a map, just walking around the map, shooting bugs, that playing this shit.
At least Halo Infinite had an identity.
Bro, Halo Infinite, bro. Don't even get me started. But like, one of my criticisms of Concord, Halo Infinite, and the lesser extent Arc Raiders was Mech Cosmetics. Mech Cosmetics at Halo Infinite has even fucking gone to the Halo Infinite shop and see the fucking skins they have. Like, bro, you should see my fucking Spartan, dude. Come on, man. In contrast, High Guard offers a lot of different models. Look, he goes ahead and glaze micro transactions. This is the times that we're living in, dude. And look, 146 assholes went ahead and liked this shit. That's my beef right here. Just a shame more of the cosmetics aren't free. No, well, hold up. Though that's one, the ones that are solid. Also, while cosmetic price is more reasonable than most, is still far too high. But you still glazed it.
I will say, the problems that microtransactions had that they just got a lawsuit over recently in most microtransaction games, like gotchas and stuff like that, is that there's no direct correlation of one-to-one transactions. Either you're paying for X amount of money for X amount of premium currency to buy X amount of things, or the thing is outpriced and you have to go up to the next tier to buy it again. And then when you buy the item that you're wanting, you have money left over. And they priced every single thing in that shop that way. I saw it. Some of the things are like $22, but you can only get a $20 card.
Yeah, but it's fine, dude. It's fine because it's Geoff Keighley game. It is fine. Desire, you have anything to say about this?
About what?
About High Guard?
Oh, I hate it. I think that's pretty obvious. I fucking detest that piece of shit. There's literally nothing you will get me to say that's good. It'll just be constant cuss words. I don't think anybody wants to hear that. So.
Shout out to you for not saying it. But they raised it here with the two saying, we'll get GTA 6 before getting action in Far Cry. Shout out to him. Yeah, that's true, bro. The game was there when we played. Look, Effective loves Concord. Yeah, I seen him around. He's talking shit. We got, look, Geoff Keighley was the only dummy glazing that dog shit. Well said, Farrell, says Billiness. Shout out to him. Eternal D87 saying PlayStation fanboys have no integrity. And bro, it goes to show here why we shouldn't even believe what they said, man. It's just insanity at this point. But yeah, I think that's it about High Guard. I think that I'm tired of talking about this game. If you have anything else to say, I see you down there, Faro. You probably want to say something. Go for it. I think it's like, fuck High Guard. I'm getting out of here and gonna go pee or something. But bro, it is what it is. Let's move on, bro. Shout out to chat. I see you down there, man. And shout out to all of you guys coming through. Hit the like button, subscribe, all that good stuff.
My bad. We're buried over here, so the kids are home and bothering me.
All right. So, do you have anything to say about High Guard? Do you think that this game has any future? Yeah, let's talk about that. About the future of the game. What can they do?
It has a future if people are forgiving and it has like a major update.
I mean, 1,000 people. They started with like 100,000 people. Now they have like 7,000 people that sing online, something like that. That's a big drop. And I've seen people posting like the amount of time that people put into the game and how their perspective of the game changed. But not a lot of people are willing to put 7-8 hours into a game to say, okay, I'm starting to like it now. It's not a relationship.
Right now, it's at 7,395. The 24-hour peak was 9,987.
Oh shit. Do you hear they had a roadmap for the whole year? So that's good. That's good that they have a roadmap for the whole year. More games should do that. So we also had to highlight the good stuff, right? And that's as little as it is part of the good stuff. But anyways, another game that might be in trouble, but to be fair, the perception of the newer or the latest trailers and showing have changed a little bit. I have to admit, Marathon. Marathon. I haven't. Here's the thing, bro. Like they want to charge you $40, right? And that's something that I don't agree with, because what is it that you get in with this game? There's no story, there's no nothing. It's just like $40 for what? It's filled with microtransactions, extraction shooter, and it doesn't feel right, the price to me. $40 for this. And now people are, saying that it looks better. So I don't know what you guys think about that.
The High Guard roadmap. I got the High Guard roadmap if you want to put it up, and I'll talk about that while you look for the trailer.
High Guard. Okay.
There you go. So this is what they have at launch, right? We see the content in the game. We see what they have here. They said in February, which is 2 weeks after launch, that they're going to have a new character, new warden to play as. They're going to have a new map. They're going to finally add ranked mode and a new mount, which is just cosmetics.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, something to sell you.
I mean, you can't take one character's mount and then move it over to another. The one guy's mount is all horses. The other guy's mount is all bears. The other guy's mount is all panthers. You can't mix and match them. They're just skins. Okay, so obviously the new warden is going to have a new mount. And then sometime in March is when they're going to come out with a new base and a new raid tool. Like, come on.
My God. What the fuck?
They're going to add something. They're going to add something that's going to make the shield breaker completely obsolete. Let's be fair. Then in April, when they're releasing episode 3, they're releasing another new warden and a new weapon.
Well, Power Boss, look, I don't even see the point on covering the whole thing, because there's no guarantee that this shit is gonna last a whole year the way that I see it. The game released on Monday and it's Friday and already lost 93% of the player base.
Absolutely. I mean, they're just adding a new character every first half of the episode month, and then the second half they're just adding a new base and some new gimmick is what I was getting at.
Yeah. So, I mean, there you have it. I believe that Concord might have a chance. I mean, Concord Marathon might have a better chance now that they fired the art director guy that stole the art, or I don't want to say that he stole it, but that he was involved in the whole situation. Maybe that he missed that part, because I don't really want to blame the guy. I kind of feel bad for him, but I don't know. What do you guys think about Marathon? I'm looking for the trailer at the moment, the newest things that they show, and I think it looks a little better. But I kind of want to see.
From what I understand, the latest trailer that they showed was almost identical to the first trailer that they showed. I didn't see anything spectacular about anything that they showed.
It was just reused trailers just cut up and put back together. The show that we did Tuesday with Broke Boy at On Point for Gamers with C Money. Broke Boy, he posted the original trailer and it was like an 8+ minute trailer. And everything that was in the new trailer that came out was cut ups from that like 8 to 10 minute trailer.
This is another game that looks uninspiring at times. I like some of the colors, I like some of the aesthetic, but I gotta say the guns look straight up cheeks. The guns look like, I don't know, like don't
they went with, but it's just the execution of it all just doesn't quite.
It's a thing, bro. Like Lyko said, it lacks testosterone. You know, that's what it is.
I think
look at this
people
gun.
are going to try this game. I think a lot of people are going to try it. A lot of people from Destiny and that have been loyal to Bungie over the years. I think a lot of people will try it, but at the end of the day, I think it'll quickly drop its player base and people will move on and go back to the games that they enjoy. I don't think this game has legs. It might come out the gate, kind of hot, couple hundred thousand people playing it concurrently, and then after a week or two, I think it's going to be a dead game.
Yeah. For what I see, man.
Marathon does not look good. I think it's DOA. I think at maximum it will be played maybe a tad bit longer than Concord was.
I give it 2 weeks. 2 weeks before the player base just falls off a cliff.
No, I think this is way better than Concord, if I'm being honest. I mean, not aesthetically, but like the concept. I don't know, bro. It's just like kind of thrown because in one hand, I want the game to be good because I like Bungie games and I load shooters. And on the other hand, it's like I have to be honest with myself, and what I'm seeing on screen doesn't look like, I don't know, like very appealing, especially the guns. They look so uninspiring, dude. Look at this fucking gun. It looks like fucking, like, I don't know, like a, what is it, like the you got kids follow the Nerf's guns? That's what it looked like. Yeah, Nerf guns would have looked cooler than this. I'm gonna be honest. Like, these guns look like, the fuck is this? This is like a fucking, I don't know, like one of the speed guns that the cops use. I don't know.
I'm gonna go out on a limb and say that this might be.
Look at this. Everything looks so square, like a PlayStation 1 game. Look at this shit.
Yeah, it doesn't look good.
I was just gonna mention that every weapon that you see looks squared off instead of rounded like an actual traditional weapon.
Yeah, I'm gonna go out on a limb and say this is the most important game that PlayStation will release in the next decade. Because they spent a lot of money in the development of this particular title, on top of spending $4 billion to acquire the company that is making the game. And I don't see Sony in a place where they're willing to support PlayStation's failures much longer. And I think if this game flops horribly, I think Sony starts treating PlayStation a lot different. And I think we're going to see a very different PlayStation in the coming years if this game does flop like we expect it to flop.
I mean, to be fair, Fado, we've seen a very different PlayStation these years that we've seen before.
Yeah, exactly.
Generation. People just aren't noticing, but I mean, you could argue last generation, the PS4 generation, they had it all. They had a bunch of games. Well, I'm gonna be honest with you. It's not like they had a lot of games and they were doing so good. It's just like the competition wasn't there. It's more like the competition wasn't there.
But the investment from the investment from their parent company was a lot more in the previous generation.
It was more present.
I want you to back that up a little bit real quick, Demo. I want to point something out to people in case everybody missed it.
This?
A little bit more. When he was doing the weapon inspection and stuff.
Oh, I missed that completely.
Before the inventory, right here. So all this stuff right here that they're showing, how it does like a side view and things like that, you know, close up of the reloading of the weapon.
Look at this fucking shit
right here. Where is that going to be in a first person game?
Oh no.
Like seriously.
Look. Do you see that reload animation? That's straight out of Roblox, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Look, I don't want to cook this game like that because I'm excited about it. But look
It
at
looks
this
like a
fucking.
Roblox game.
It looks
Yeah.
like a Roblox game, dude. I mean, not. You know,
I mean, but that may not be a bad thing. Like,
I mean, yeah, shit.
it-
But yeah, like,
would
aesthetically,
it
it's
be
not
crazy
good.
if the Roblox community is the one that saves this game?
well, you can actually make this shit in Roblox.
You get pretty close. Yeah, you get pretty close.
I think a Fortnite mod was probably better than this. I don't know, bro. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I want them to get better. That's what I'm giving in criticism. Okay, make the guns cooler. You know, give us cool guns. At least, god damn it, it's a shooting game. Look at this fucking sight. Who wants to shoot that shit? The shotgun look doesn't even have iron sights. It's just like, oh my god. I don't know, bro. Look at this. Look at this little pistol thingy. Like as a shooter guy, bro, that play a bunch of fucking shooters, and I was showing some shooters. You know, matter of fact, I'm gonna go ahead and share my screen here. But I was showing this shooter is free to play on Steam, and it doesn't look bad when you think about it. Hold on, let me go ahead and share. And it's a free to play game, and this is like what Concord, Marathon has to compete with, dude. Check it out. This is called Caliber. It's a third-person shooter. It's straight up military, so you're not gonna see no funny skins, nothing. It's free to play on Steam. It has PvP, PvE mode. You can do team deathmatch. You can do missions in co-op. Dude, this shit looks better. Look, free to play, not by Bungie, by indie dev, and look at this shit. Looks better.
Yeah.
It definitely does. I mean, you can tell me it doesn't. Look, animations, you get like, you know, it looks like an actual game.
You know what?
And it's free to
Marathon
play,
looks like a
third
game
person.
that no one that was working on it was actually excited to make it. Like it's like it doesn't look like, you know, like the people that were making it like put that extra bit of like, you know, like love and care into it. Like it's like little, like everything we criticize about Marathon, we look at the visuals are like little small minor things, but it's on every single clip that we see. And it's like that love and passion for what you were developing just wasn't there for the game.
Dang.
That's what it feels like when you look at the visuals. Like they just didn't take time, like fine tune and craft it and perfect it and like really be passionate about what they were making.
I mean, that's $40, bro. You know how many games out there at $40 that are way better, like Arc Raiders? You know, even Call of Duty might be $40, and, you know, and you get to play zombies, multiplayer, Warzone, whatever, all that other shit. And all the games are free to play, like Apex Legends, even Destiny, free to play part. You can play multiplayer. Destiny looks better.
$10
Destiny
less
looks
you get
better.
Game Pass.
Destiny multiplayer looks better, bro. I promise you. Look, hold on. 'Cause, you know, I mean, we have to do this. Let me see. I'm a look Destiny 2 multiplayer, and you can you guys can see for yourself. You know, it's just like, what are we even doing, bro? Like, at least make it look slightly better than Destiny, so people buy into your shit. You feel me? Oh yeah, I had to. There you go. Look at this shit. It looks better. Look at that gun. It looks better. It looks better. Animations, the vibe of the game. This is like a 10-year-old game, dude. Unbelievable. Look at this gun. It's not even like an exotic or nothing, and it looks way better.
Yeah.
And this is Destiny 2.
Like I was saying, it just looks like when it came to Marathon, it wasn't a lot of people that are passionate about making a game. And maybe it lines up with the reports that we were getting about all the turmoil at the studio and, you know, people not really like going through a lot of things at the studio where they didn't really feel like coming to work, they're worried about their employment. Maybe it's showing up in how Marathon came out.
God. Effective Love Concord. Halo Infinite is great. It just lacked content at launch. That's the 100% the reality of Halo. The first couple of seasons were terrible in the sense that you weren't getting the content, but then after that, it was like it was content galore, bro. At some point, I counted about 70 game modes. 70 game modes. No, I'm sorry, 70 maps that you can play in Halo Infinite. At some point, and there's more because you go to creations and all of this. Like you can even see more, but damn, it's crazy. We got Eternal 87. PlayStation fanboys have no integrity. High guard roadmaps is to be canceled in the future, like Concord. I'm looking forward to Marathon. I will be there day one. But like, cause you are a shooter guy just like me. We are gonna try it. We're gonna play it, but that doesn't mean that it's gonna click. They reason in the house saying new weapons and mounts to like for 5-10 minutes before facing opponents. That's high guard for sure. Marathon might be DOA after the art theft. Marathon weapons look like a bunch of Legos put together. Oh my God, it's killing me. At least the game isn't Unreal Engine. Roblox theft. Oh my God. Roblox players are mostly toddlers. They are not playing Marathon. You're cracking me out. Yeah. Marathon might actually benefit from high guard taking all these bullets. And you're not wrong because people are thirsty for something new. They already got the thing with art creators. And they're looking for something because Call of Duty is not hitting for them, and this is like what they're trying to get. This is how they're trying to get you.
I will say that Marathon isn't making the same mistakes that High Guard is making, but they're making mistakes all their own in their own regard that are completely different, that are still just as bad.
I'm telling you, they're under a lot of pressure. Like they know what this game means, not only for Bungie, but what it means for PlayStation. It's a very big game in the sense of like they have to justify the fact that they got purchased for $4 billion. And that's going to be tough with this particular title to show their worth.
Yeah, I believe it's going to be extremely hard for them to take off and be popular like games like Arc Raider. And I think they do have a lot of work to put in. But that being said, these games are live service, so they can change. Look at games like Rainbow Six when it first came out. Nobody fucked with that game. But then after a bunch of updates and a bunch of stuff, like people to this day still play Rainbow Six with much love, even though it got hacked the other day.
I even had it day one.
Well, yeah, Rainbow Six has a little bit more equity built up as a franchise than
I would say it has more. What is it that Lyco said? Yeah, testosterone. Yeah, it looks like it has more testosterone. Let's call it that, because sometimes you can quite put your finger on it to see what's wrong with the game. But now I can tell you that testosterone is something that you can like actually see and be like, is this a game that us, these people in the podcast right now, people in the panel, people in the chat are gonna rock with, and that's a lot, that's a lot.
Yeah,
crazy work.
They're trying to kill testosterone in gaming.
Yeah,
you start popping your shit. Somebody records the clip and sends it in, and you're banned for a week.
Yeah, and I do agree that this is like a big thing in game, and I don't want to sound like Andy Pants, like some people take it to the next level, but but not in a toxic way. We have to talk about these issues that we're seeing in gaming, and it's like, okay, everything is being feminized. Is that even a word? And everything being accommodated to all of this, and then we're losing like the cool stuff that we used to have. I don't know, games like Mortal Kombat now comes with like weird looking characters.
I mean,
they used to be like, the cool shit that you used to play. Games like Street Fighter go through the same thing. You got feminine characters. Even games like Apex Legends, they have a character now called Seer. I don't know if you see him. He's zesty as hell. And it's just like, we see all that shit all the time in real life, and that's fine. But bringing it to video games is killing it for a lot of people. And,
Yeah, because I mean, I don't know what what execs are like in the industry or anything like that, but
yeah,
I could just speak for competitive environments. When you step into a competitive environment, whether it be sports or anything like that, when you step in between those lines, the language that you use is not the same language that you use with other situations.
Yeah.
And when you're winning and you're besting another person in your competitive environment, some things get said.
Yeah.
Are there lines that could get crossed to where you probably should get banned? I'll say yes, but I think they've gone a little bit too far with it.
Yeah.
In a sense.
And it's
because,
like,
I mean, there's just naturally going to be like some shit talking, and it's not going to always be nice.
Nice.
When you're in a competitive, if the energy is being matched both ways, then maybe you need to chill out on banning them. Like have a little bit more context.
Yeah, for sure. Fado, I don't mean to interrupt you, but that's one big thing. They sell you a rated R game, rated R or rated M for mature, and you can cuss in the chat. I'm like, bro, and that's one of the things why Call of Duty is fucked, because people being banned for saying shit in chat. And it's like, it shouldn't happen, and kids shouldn't be playing Call of Duty. And that's that. I don't care. If you're a kid, like, you can't play Call of Duty until you're 18. I remember going to a fucking buying GTA, what was a San Andreas. And I was like, 18 or something. And I didn't have my ID with me that day. I went to the mall and picked it up, and I'm going to the cash, and they told me, like, flat out, no, you can buy this game. It was just GTA San Andreas. And I remember asking one of the people around in the store, dude, yo, homie, like, one of the dudes, like, can you get this game for me? I really need it, and I give you like an extra $10 or something. You know what I'm saying? I remember that. And it's just like, that's just the way it is. There's plenty of games for kids out there, and I feel like that's why, look, my channel is for adults. So some kids might, get filtered in because of the, how it is, they're using their dad's phone or their parents' phone, or they're using an account that is on, whatever, maybe on the TV, whatever. But this is not for kids, bro, because we talk about adult stuff in here too. And look, it's like, where is the freedom of speech? It's taken away from us, even in video games, which is like, I mean, it's like sad, bro. It's sad. Shout out to Red Dead Panda Gaming, bro. What's going on? Hey, what's going on with the show? I was expecting you guys on last Saturday, but I heard that everybody was running into like a snow problem. But shout out to you guys. I'll be tuning in tomorrow. Tune in tomorrow for ADS podcast, man. Shout out to Red Dead Panda, Next Gen Nero, and the guys, man. Shout out to them. Amazing content creators.
Yeah, you can't have people step into a competitive environment and expect the language to be friendly at all times. It's just not. It's like, you want if you want people to really to enjoy playing your game and really get in that mode and really have that that addictive factor to your game, you gotta let the competitive juices flow, and you got to let the competitive language flow. Because like for me now, when I play games that do have a competitive component to it, I don't even wear my headset anymore.
Yeah,
it's not because I don't want to wear my headset, but it's just
you might get banned because you got killed. Hey, fuck, boom, bang. Look, listen, guys, and here's a big problem, especially with ARC Raiders. And I understand the developers because they put in between the rock and a hard place. And it's because you don't know what to do as a developer. You got on one side, especially when it comes to games like ARC Raiders, you got the casual gamer that just want to treat ARC Raiders and their world like it is a friendly place when it is not. Because extraction shooter is supposed to be random. You're supposed to drop in a game and you're supposed to feel like it's like immersive, and in the sense that you run into people who want to help you, and you run into people who want to double cross you or even kill you the first moment they see you start taking shots at you. And that's the beauty of extraction shooter, the randomness about it, right? Now, people want to turn it into like, oh, let's hold hands and let's hold like save the world type shit together. And that's fine. But I believe that the player base will be divided, and if they create a straight up mode that is only PvP without the randomness. I mean PvE without the randomness, and some people are gonna get filtered out, and as a result, they are gonna lose players. And that's the main problem that I see. And I said this when I go to see Money and all of that, and they over there they like the score based matchmaking. They believe that the players who are not good enough can benefit from not getting destroyed by good players. But I'm on the other side of the coin, and I say it's necessary because that's how you get good. By facing adversity and encountering players that are better than you, that's what pushes you to become better, to train, and to do all of this. Now, I understand that some people don't really have the mettle and the caliber to be competitive in video games. And a lot of people don't really want to be stressed out while they're playing video games. Some people want to have a chill experience. Well, this is what you got Final Fantasy. This is what you got, you know what I mean? The Red Dead Redemption, The Witcher, shit like that. But I understand too why you would want to play multiplayer games as well. So, like I said, it's hard for the developers to, be able to give you a game in which they please everybody. And this is why I gotta agree a lot with Fado Bazzer that I think they should focus on, just pleasing their hardcore players that that they're gonna be there for the game no matter what, rather than trying to steal, players from Call of Duty and other games. That's just my take on it. I don't know how you guys feel about it. If you're gonna, drop a couple of bars or two, Power Buzz and Desire, you have anything to say about this? How do you feel about it? Because I know this must be extremely hard for developers. Like you dropping content and you want people to buy your shit. You just don't want to alienate any of the players. You don't want to make them feel any type of way, right? And that's that's got to be extremely hard to be like, okay, do we ditch the casual players and focus on the hardcore, or do we really need these casual players to keep our player counts up and engagement? Yep. Power Boss, you have anything to say about it?
I agree. I mean, when you have a game like Destiny, you have those hardcore, that's fine to cater to them. When you have a game like Final Fantasy, it's a big name franchise, but it's never had like massive amounts of players throughout its life cycle and all the games that they've made. So, you're going to want to casualize it and make it more accessible and easier to play for everybody to enjoy it, not just the hardcore. Call of Duty's the same way. That's massive casual and sweats. So you really have to know what your target audience is. And I think that a lot of people are forgetting that. And when you try to make a game for everybody, you're making a game for no one. And I fully stand by that.
Yeah, a lot of people seem to forget that too.
Yeah. A lot of games are not for you, bro. A lot of games are not for me, and that's fine. There's some games that are not going to click with me, and that's good. Look, shout out to Red Dead Panda. She said she's finally playing Star Wars Outlaw, and look, she might be enjoying it. I enjoy it for what it was, but like Lyko said, and I want to quote him, so nobody can blame me, he lacked testosterone. The way that she was taking down the opponents, bro, it was kind of cheesy. I'm not gonna lie, she was putting down the opponents like you would put, like I would put my baby to bed, like like with such grace, and thinking about like their well-being so much. Like, you are killing people, bro. You want to be brutal. I'm not asking for blood, but at least I'm asking for some good ass punches and kicks. You know what I'm saying? And the way she was putting people down in Star Wars Outlaw, it was like it turned me off. I'm not gonna lie. It's like, okay, I like the game, I like the setting, I like the story where it's going, but I want some cool ass shit, some action. And shout out to Lycos again. He say, I miss the dude bro era of gaming, and I think even girls might miss it. I don't know how Red Panda feels, but if you could drop a comment about how you feel about her takedowns. That would be amazing because we get a female perspective on the matter. And so, it's not like I'm going crazy, but it does feel like kind of weak, though.
Yeah, I feel like the only genre of games that have really kept the hardcore gamer at the forefront is probably like these sports games.
Yeah.
The sports games get more and more complex every year, and you got to get you just got to get good.
Yeah.
Like 2K, they got like you got to make a specific build, and if your build sucks, you're gonna get wrecked in the park.
Yeah. But they still have core-based matchmaking in sport games in case you don't know about it.
Yeah.
Especially games like FIFA, FC 26 or whatever it is right now.
Yeah, but even then, like it's also based on like the player count. So like if a lot of people aren't playing at the time and you want to play, but you're not very skilled, you can get matched up with somebody you got no business playing against.
Yeah.
You could get waxed up and not have too good of a time. But the sports games are very complex. Even like games like WWE.
Yeah.
You pick up a WWE game, there's so many moves.
You get matched against me, and I would. Rough.
Yeah, like you play. You play WWE in Game Pass, and you play against the computer, and you'll get waxed up like your first couple matches because you don't really know the moves yet. And I feel like sports games probably do the best job of still catering to the hardcore, and they build and they add more to it every year. And there's certain things that you'll never learn about, like it's just not in the manual. You just won't learn unless you actually like put hours and hours into that game and really learn like the nuance of whatever game you're playing. But that's probably like the only genre like that really caters to the hardcore still.
Yeah. So ADS is live tomorrow. The guys kept losing power due to the ice storm. Yeah. Go ahead and check them out.
It's bad all around the U.S. is what I've heard.
Yeah. It's been crazy. He's even, Powerbos, I don't know. You might be in trouble. I heard that there's probably going to be snow in Tampa. Not Tampa, but like Naples. Well, if there's snow in Naples, there might be snow in Tampa too, definitely. But I'm saying like as down as to the south to Naples. That's crazy. That's crazy.
It's been like 5 degrees.
It is never snowed in that area in my life when I lived there.
I'm too far inland for it to affect me here.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's hope we don't get that shit, bro. Because I'm not ready. Like my car's not ready. We're not prepared.
Get you a 4-wheel drive.
No, bro. I drive a Mustang. I'm screwed. That shit is gonna sink so deep into the snow.
5 degrees like every day. Like
it ain't
5
gonna
to 12
snow a
degrees
lot,
every day.
but I would say that it should get warmer. But hell, we don't even know when that's gonna happen.
Supposedly tomorrow is gonna be the coldest day here in Florida. So
I'm so happy I left Florida when I did. I don't gotta deal with any of this
shut
shit.
up. Yo, Florida is the shit. Yeah, everybody loves to head on Florida until
The cost of living is too fucking much, man.
Oh yeah, bro. Yeah, but we got the most beautiful women in the States, and that's a fact. All the bad bitches live here. Oh, wait, let's move on. Reese saying, I love Star Wars and enjoy Star Wars Outlaw. Once you recognize not a typical Star Wars game, then I think you'll enjoy more. Yeah, I'm aware that she is not like this big, fighter or Jedi or something like that. Yeah, I agree. Even the little guns is a little cheesy. Pew, 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 whatever. But I'm fine with that. But when you're taking down somebody, even if you don't know how to fight, I will make her struggle. Make it struggle, forcing each other, back and forth, like pushing and pulling and down to the floor, rolling in the ground type shit. Then she, boom, hits the guy and that's it, dead or knocked out, type shit. But the way they did it, it was like kind of cheesy and soft to me. I mean, just saying, dude. And I was showing, what was it, like last week's show or the week before? That I was showing the gameplay and I was just stopping it and saying, look how she laid down this dude. Like she's in love with him or something. She's about to ride this dude like in reverse cowgirl or something. Because I don't know. It's just being
what? What are you talking about?
I'm talking about Star Wars Outlaw and how she lays down dudes on the floor. That's all I'm saying. Like little games like Tomb Raider. Lara Croft is brutal. She will fuck you up. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I mean, it's so good, man. Thank you everybody for coming, dog. I hope you stay warm and good. We're about to finish the show. We went a little bit over the time because it was fun. House full of like amazing content creators. Everybody drop their links. Go get follow these guys, man. Hey, what's going on with you, Fado Bastard? Let everybody know what you're doing, what you've been up to.
Yeah, so I'm trying to get the Vitamin G podcast back up and running. My panel's kind of been all over the place, and I'm kind of starting to get towards working back, making content on my own page. Let me go ahead and drop those links. You guys can subscribe and make some content. You guys can go ahead and check it out.
This reason say I think you're exaggerating a bit, bro. Like if a girl drove me down like that, you know what we're doing next. I'm just saying. Hey, Paul, what's going on with you? When is your next stream?
I was going to be streaming prior to this, back when the Digimon Story Time Stranger DLC 2 dropped, but I was feeling under the weather. There was some sickness going around my house.
Yeah.
There was some sickness going around my house.
Around everywhere, honestly.
So I wasn't feeling too well. I'm probably going to look at doing an XCOM 2 stream. Either later today or tomorrow. I'm even modding it to have a little bit more fun with it. I've beaten the game, so I'm just going to have fun with it. But I'm also going to take like the beginning of my stream to add chat members as playable characters in the game. So I'm going to have fun
That's
incorporating everybody with whatever they want.
Okay.
And, I'll say, hey, here's the options. Tell me what you want. And, I'll just go through it for like an hour. And then when people want me to actually use their characters and hop in, I'm going to do that. So I don't know when that's going to be. Like I said, it's probably going to be either later tonight or tomorrow. I've been downloading the mods and seeing which ones I wanted to put in and things like that. But yeah, I'm looking at playing Outer Worlds 2 soon, finally. I'm going to finish up Ninja Gaiden 4. I'm always playing Magic the Gathering Arena. Yeah, I'm looking at really taking it up a notch with returning to streaming.
Awesome, bro. Looking forward to your stream. Let me know when you go in. Send me a Discord, whatever link, and I'll pop in and say hi, whatever. Shout out to Desire too. Even though he's sick, he made it, man. I hope you continue to get better, and I hope you continue to be in good health. What's going on with you? When is your next Eric Carman video?
That'll be later. That would be like Monday or Tuesday. I don't know any other day.
When you feel better.
Yeah.
Drop your links in there.
I can't right now.
Oh, okay, good.
Because I'm currently doing something.
All right, man.
Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. I can do it. I'm gonna
do it. But anyways, guys, it's been amazing rocking with you. I had so much fun doing this show. I knew it was gonna be fun, but I think next week is gonna be even more fun when we get a bunch of crazy news and and you'll see there's always something going on that we can talk about. You had to what?
Oh shit! I didn't mean to do it 3 times. Shit!
I got Desire's link.
Oh, you got the links? Okay. All right, there you go, man. Go ahead and follow these amazing content creations. And for me, well, stay tuned to the posts that I do here on YouTube. Stay tuned to the videos. I'm working on a video. I got a bunch of videos set up to drop, and I'm doing stuff that's a little bit different. So stay tuned for that, and follow me on Twitter and all my socials. You already got them. And hit the like button if you're watching for mobile, guys, because you guys are watching like 75% of the people watch me on their phones. There is a section there that says hype up the video or the stream. Go ahead and do that because that helps us tremendously to show the stream so that community can continue to grow. Other than that, you already know the deal. It's your boy Demo Flow checking out.
Yeah,
Ra, yo Chico boy, Ra, hey, Demo Flow Gaming.
boom, boom. I'm back.
Ra,
Toma. Boom, boom, boom.
Listen, yo Chico in the house, papi.
Woo.
Dale, yeah. Ponies over here, ponies over there.
Yeah.
Ponies over here, ponies over there.
Yeah.
Ponies over here, ponies over there.
Yeah.
Ponies over there.
Yes.
Ponies over there. Yeah. ponies over here, ponies over there, ponies over here, ponies over there, ponies over here, ponies over there, ponies over there, ponies over there, ponies over here, ponies over there. I smell caca, ponies everywhere. They don't play no games, only do their console sales. It's because ponies ain't got shit to tell. Ask about the best, bet I haven't played. That's what I hear the ponies tell me every day. Ponies be so silly, but I had no pity. They dissed us for the decade, but now Xbox leady. Now they got no games, karma is so weird. You wish that on Xbox you even volunteer. Instead of play with Smith, filled with PC ports. Third-party games saying you're your pony love. Waiting for Forza that's almost 5 years old. Copying for remasters, damn that shit is cold. Do it for the plastic and all the pony blow. That's why Sony got you spending all your dough.